Titanic, I asked you to think of some questions that you would really like to know, whether it's from Robert Ballard, who was the scientist who looked and he researched and he found where the Titanic was, or you could ask the captain some questions. And I think thinking about that a little bit and wondering, how would they answer that? That is a really important part in thinking about why did this happen, or what are some things that we might learn. So let's start us off. How about Nicholas? Why don't you start us off with one of your questions?
Here's a question for the captain. Why did your crew not fully fill the lifeboats before they were dropped?
Oh, okay. So why did they not fully fill them? Why do you think that, guys? We're thinking about it. Why do you think, Taryn?
Because they didn't have the time to before it started sinking.
Oh, so we didn't have the time. Anyone else have something about that? Sophia?
Some people didn't think the boat would sink, so they stayed on the boat.
Oh, they were thinking about it. So you remember that from our reading, Kaden, a little bit?
Maybe like if they dropped the boat, then that boat would sink because it would have too much pressure on it going down.
Oh, the lifeboats, you mean? So that's why some people were maybe scared a little bit to jump on, because then they knew that was going to happen. Something else, Taryn?
They thought the Titanic was safer than the little lifeboats.
Yes, and does anyone have any questions maybe about the Titanic being so safe? Or I know someone wrote something down about the Titanic and why wasn't what made it not unsinkable? Does anyone remember? We talked about it. Taryn?
All of the compartments on the bottom that could hold water filled up, and the iceberg scraped the bottom so that it punctured the hole so the water filled.
Right. So I want to ask you, remember how we were talking and they said that the ship was unsinkable? Was it really unsinkable then? No. So I know, Symbol, did you have a question about the lifeboats or something? What's your question about the lifeboats?
If there were only enough lifeboats for not all of the people, why were all those people allowed?
Oh, so let's think about that a little bit. If there weren't enough lifeboats to have every single person on the board, why do you think they let all those people on the ship? Does anyone know? Soraya?
Because they thought it was unsinkable.
Oh, so what does that mean though? Like, I want to know, what does unsinkable mean? I don't know. Eddie?
It means that the ship is not able to be sunk under any circumstance.
Right.
Is
So
what they thought.
that's what they thought, exactly right. So whoever created and built the ship, they thought, oh, I doubt that anything's going to happen to it. It's unsinkable. How about, let's think of another question. Eddie, do you have any questions on your paper?
Why didn't the Californian not respond to the radio calls or help?
Oh, right. Does anyone remember? Because we read a little bit about it, and I know they said, like, fireworks shot off and things like that. But why do you think they didn't? Simone.
They thought they were just celebrating and being happy.
They thought they were just celebrating being happy. Is that something that usually happens on boats, cruise ships? Do you think that, like, right, that's something you would think would happen? I mean, if it's an unsinkable boat, you're not going to think it's sinking, right? So the Californian maybe didn't think that it would sink. So that's probably why they didn't answer. How about another question, Kaden?
Did you have to pay to get on as a captain for the captain?
Oh, what do you guys think about that? Let's think about the captain now, because we did talk a little bit about the cost of the passengers and whatnot. What do you think about the captain? Sophia?
No, because he's sailing the ship to land, so he shouldn't have to pay.
So that's probably his job, right? You know how, like, teachers, they have jobs too, and I'm sure I don't pay to come into school every day. I don't have to do that. Yes, Simone?
He should probably be paid.
Oh, yeah, right. That is his job. He should probably be paid. No, so we have, I think, Sophia, we had a really good question. What was your last one?
How many more conferences will Robert have?
Oh, so how many more conferences do you think he'll have? This is the very first conference, and he's answering all your questions. Do you think there's probably still more questions that are going to come up over time? Yeah, so what do you have to say about that, Taryn?
He will have some more, and I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Did any oils or gases spill into the ocean? Did anything that was a hazardous liquid spill into the ocean after the Titanic snapped?
You know, I did a lot of research on that this weekend, and I know I talked to a few of your classmates actually a little bit before you came back. And so what I said was I looked and looked, and there was nothing online about that, which I thought was interesting. So I said maybe later today we can all get out our Chromebooks and we can even do some